Pacers have used the same starting lineup in each of the first 4 games, and now Patrick Ewing, who was stretching off to the side, moves in to jump center for the Knicks. Indiana moving it left to right in the first quarter. Somewhat of a faulty tap, and it's controlled by Jackson. New York into the front court with the game's first possession. Johnny Newman gets it down to Ewing at the left box. His turnaround jumper bounces off, and Reggie Miller rebounds. Pacers with their first possession. Miller is into the front court. Miller will let a 3 go with the first possession, and he hits it. Reggie Miller took it all the way up and let a 3 go. And the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken, Clark, have their biggest lead of the season.
You could very well be right, Mark.
Newman from the foul line at the other end hitting the running jumper. It's 3-2 for the Pacers. Into the front court, Fleming. High right side against Jackson. Fleming handling the ball for the first time to the top for Person. 17-footer, left edge of the circle, won't go. Rebound to Williams. Now he lost a handle on it, and it's tapped out of bounds by Oakley. Pacers will control. 44 seconds into the game. Pacers 3, Knicks 2. Pacer ball. Baseline, left of the basket. Person will put it in. Person gets it to the left edge of the lane. Off the glass too hard. Missing the shot is Fleming, and on the rebound, Reggie Miller and Oakley collide, and Reggie Miller picks up the foul.
One thing Oakley gives this team outside of rebounding is he makes a quick outlet pass when he comes up with that defensive board, and that initiates the Knicks break. That's one of the reasons they're scoring 115 points a game.
Pacers 3, Knicks 2. Top of the circle, Jackson, lob pass. Ewing dribbling it down the left side of the lane against Dreiling, and he lays it in. And Dreiling tried to push him off the play, but was unable to do so. Now we have a traveling call against Ewing on that one. Spun to his left and then went to his right. Traveling nullifies the basket. Ball to Dreiling at the other end. Right box. He's double teamed by Ewing and Jackson. Flips it out high left side to Miller. Now down into the corner for Person. Shot. That's short. Dreiling misses with the left-handed tap. Gets it back and jams it in. Greg Dreiling showing an aggressiveness on the offensive boards. Picks up the field goal. And the Pacers enjoy a 5-2 lead. Knicks coming back, right edge of the lane. Jump shot off the iron. Missing is Gerald Wilkins. Rebound is knocked out of bounds at the baseline, and the Pacers will get it. Offensive rebound and jam. Impressive for Dreiling.
Very impressive. The first attempt he made at that basketball, he just kind of swatted at it, got the retrieve, and jammed it with assertion and strength.
5-2 Pacers. Dreiling at the top. Goes to the left side. Jumper on the way. Miller, and that's good. Reggie Miller with 5 points, and the Pacers off quickly for the first time this season, leading 7-2. Jackson to the front court, high right side, picks up the bounce, gets it to Wilkins. Wilkins kicks it to Ewing for a baseliner from the right side. Missed the shot. There's a loose ball foul, though, against the Pacers, and it'll go against Herb Williams.
Rick Pitino talked about not letting Chuck Person get off to a good start and have a big game. Right now, it looks like Reggie Miller, the guy that's going to be the eye of the Knicks, simply because he's gotten 2 shots down in 2 attempts.
7-2 Pacers. Wilkins, high right side. Oakley has it. Oakley puts up a 21-footer and hits it. Charles Oakley from just inside the 3-point arc. It's 7-4 for the Pacers. Fleming coming into the front court. Working the right side, gets it to Williams, backing his way to the right box, and as he tried to make his move into the lane, a foul is called. They sandwiched him, and Herb tried to go between the defenders. Oakley picks up the foul. Person will put it in from the near sideline, gives it to Fleming. Fleming hooks it back to Person. Person with the left-hand dribble down the right side of the lane, puts it up, no. Oakley rebounds, fires the baseball outlet pass to Wilkins. He hands to Jackson, top of the circle. Jackson gives it back to Wilkins. Wilkins will drive it down the right side and jam it.
No excuse there, as the Pacers just didn't get to the man with the basketball. Left Gerald Wilkins at the free throw line all by himself. He walked down the lane with the free pass and jammed it.
So the Pacers with the ball following the easy Knick basket. Pass into the lane for Dreiling. Knocked away. Person picks it up. His pass knocked away by Wilkins. Wilkins ahead to Ewing, and Ewing will stuff. So two have scored 6 straight points and now take an 8-7 lead. Fleming to the front court, high left side for the Pacers. Picks up the dribble, looks at the basket. Now gives it to Williams. Back to Fleming in the lane. Fleming turns. His shot is blocked by Ewing. Ball is on the floor. Now kicked out toward the sideline. Picked up by Person. Bounce pass to Dreiling. Right side of the lane. Back underneath for Fleming. Fleming with 5 on the shot clock. With 4 on the shot clock into the lane. It's stripped away. Here come the Knicks with a 3-on-2. Jackson has it. Feeds it left side to Newman. Newman lays it up and draws the foul. Reggie Miller picking up the personal foul, his second, and Johnny Newman will go to the line.
sloppy ball handling the last 2 possessions has led to open court opportunities for the Knicks, and they've capitalized with 1 field goal and now 2 free throws for Johnny Newman.
Johnny Newman had 35 points the other night against the Chicago Bulls. His free throw is good. He was acquired on waivers from Cleveland. That's obviously a steal.
Certainly is. This guy is explosive, Mark. He can come up with big numbers. He just hasn't done it on a consistent basis, but because the Knicks are running the ball up the floor more, his size isn't such a detriment.
He makes the free throw, and now the Pacers attempting to put the ball in play, turn it over. 10-7, the Knicks leading. And the Knicks will get the ball. Baseline to the left of the basket. Wilkins will put it in, gets it into Jackson. Jackson on the dribble against the left sideline to Oakley. Oakley drives it inside, feeding it to Ewing, and Ewing lays it off the glass for 2 more. Pacers led 7-2, but the Knicks have now scored 10 uninterrupted points, and it's 12-7 New York. Fleming to the front court, moving to the right. Person coming up to set the screen on Jackson. Jack Ramsey is not happy with the call. And Chuck Person picking up the foul as he came up to screen Jackson.
He got a little too overzealous in that screen, Mark. He put his elbows out just a bit, and the official's right on top of it.
Wilkins on the drive to the foul line, dishes it off to the baseline, attempting to feed Oakley, but he threw it out of bounds. 8:07 left in the first quarter. New York 12, the Pacers 7. Fleming to the front court against the left sideline. Wilkins is on top of him. Now he gives it to Dreiling, out to Miller. Miller on top, feeds it to Person on the right wing. Person to his left, bounce pass to Dreiling for the jam. Nice play by Person, and Dreiling is the beneficiary of an excellent pass. He's got 4. He and Miller have scored all of the Pacer points. It's 12-9. Jackson setting the offense at the other end for New York to Newman. Newman on top, feeds it left edge of the lane. Ewing with the jump hook. That won't go, and the rebound to Person. Underhand shovel to Fleming. Lead pass left side to Miller. All the way, lays it up. No, tapped in by Person, but it's not going to count. Basket interference against Chuck Person.
Well, I don't know about that. It looked like that. It cleared the cylinder, and Chuck right on top of it to tap it down. The Pacers want goaltending on Johnny Newman, who came back hustling and made a pretty decent defensive play, but
ball to Ewing now at the other end against Dreiling. He puts it up, hits it, and is fouled at the Pacer end. The calls that you were talking about, Clark, I think either one of them could have gone either way.
It really could have, and in that situation, the officials decided to call the offensive goaltending and negate a Pacer basket, and at the other end, Patrick Ewing with a nice inside move got Greg Dreiling off his feet, knocked down the basket and the free throw.
So Ewing has 7, and New York leads at 15-9. Now they'll employ the full court pressure for the first time. Dreiling has it. Ahead to Miller. Pacers into the front court easily. Miller with the dribble outside the three-point arc on the right side. Jackson picks him up. Now the ball into Herb Williams into the lane for Dreiling, who was breaking to the basket. Wilkins was on his hip. And the Pacers attempted to take advantage of that mismatch with Dreiling. Wilkins picks up the foul. Dreiling coming from the top, busting down the middle of the lane, and Herb Williams found him. Dreiling could not receive the pass because of Wilkins' foul, and the Pacers will inbound. Person's bounce pass on the inbound is stolen. Here comes Oakley. Oakley feeding it to Ewing, and Ewing glides to the hoop for 2 more. Ewing has 9 first quarter points, and the Knicks lead by 8. Person to the front court for the Pacers. Free throw line extended. Now kicks it out to Fleming. Fleming on the dribble, high right side. Now Fleming inside the three-point arc, still holding the dribble with 12 on the shot clock, to the top of the circle for Dreiling. High left side for Miller. Here's a three-point shot, and he got it. Reggie Miller, with his second three-pointer of the first quarter, has 8, and it's 17-12. Knicks wasting little time. Newman driving the baseline, lays it in, and he's fouled. Dreiling in person on the left side tried to pick him up. Foul was called after Newman laid it in. Possible three-point play after the timeout. Johnny Newman going to the line as we return to action. Newman fouled as he hit the basket on the last possession prior to the timeout. And his free throw enables him to complete the three-point play. So Newman has 7. Ewing has 9, and it's 20-12 Knicks. Miller to the front court against Jackson. Right baseline, arches it over Ewing. It won't go. Rebound tapped around, not controlled, and now picked up by the Knicks. Trent Tucker into the game, handling the ball for the first time. Picks up his dribble left side, now gives it to Newman. Down to Ewing against Dreiling. Right-hand shot won't go. Dreiling rebounds. Pacers down 8. As Fleming comes to the front court, kicking it off to Williams. Williams fakes the 17-footer, gets it to Dreiling. It slides through his hands at the foul line. He gets it back to Fleming at the right baseline, and Byrne goes for the layup. Good hustle that time by Dreiling. He was on his knees picking up the loose ball, and he managed to shovel it to Fleming. Fleming takes advantage. It's 20-14. Tucker into the front court. High right side. Miller picks him up. Now he uses the dribble. Gets it to the right box. Ewing at the baseline, going up strong and laying it in.
Boy, they're really attacking Greg Dreiling down low. Coach Ramsey going to his bench to get Rick Smits in. Ewing now with 9. Make that 11 points here in the first quarter.
Fleming has it for the Pacers. Gets it to Dreiling just outside the right box. Tried to pass it to the top. Jackson blocked it. Ball to Ewing. Jackson picks it up. Lead pass to Oakley off his hands. At the right sideline, he saves it. Newman has it and hands it to Tucker. Now Tucker, high left side to Jackson. Jackson will direct the offense. Knicks by 8, 5:14 to go in the first quarter. Jackson back to the top. Tucker, three-point shot off the rim. Rebound long, controlled by Fleming. Fleming coming up the right side. Fleming on the dribble to the top of the circle. Down the right side all the way. Missed the layup. Rebound in traffic. Putting it back up. Fleming no. Rebound in traffic. Ewing has it. Ewing fires it ahead toward the timeline, and Jackson is into the front court. Jackson takes it into the lane. Kicks it off for the wide open baseline jumper, and Oakley hits. Charles Oakley has 4, and the Knicks enjoy a 10-point lead now with 4:43 to go in the quarter. Fleming to the front court for the Pacers. To the top for Dreiling. Left side free throw line extended Person. 18-footer on the way, and Chuck Person hits. Person's first field goal makes it 24-16. Raymond Tisdale getting set to come in for the Pacers, and into the front court comes Jackson. Jackson on the dribble. Setting the offense. He's about 25 feet away on the right side. Now to the top for Newman. Newman holding the ball high over his head. Left wing to Tucker. Now they'll go down to Ewing. Person comes over to help Dreiling. Ewing kicks it back out. Long shot on the way for Newman. Will not drop. It would have been a 3. Rebound inside. Ewing can't get it. Williams has it. Out comes Fleming into the front court, left side at the free throw line. Fleming takes it down the right side, lost his dribble, picks the ball up on the wing, gives it to Williams from the free throw line. Swish. Herb Williams with his first field goal, and it's 24-18. Now Jackson crossing the timeline with 3:43 to go in the quarter, working his way over to the left sideline. Now lobs it down to Ewing. Ewing going to his right into the lane, lays it up and off. But again, Ewing going strongly to the basket, and the Pacers forced to foul to compensate. It's Dreiling picking up the foul, and Ewing getting set to shoot free throws as Rod Strickland comes into the game for New York at the point guard. Also checking into the lineup for the Knicks is Sidney Green. For the Pacers, Smits and Tisdale are in. Dreiling already with his 3rd foul as Ewing gets set and makes the first free throw.
Boy, the Knicks really looked to Patrick Ewing here during that time. Well, throughout this first quarter, they've come down in their half-court offense and really gone inside to him. He's produced. He's come up with 12 points. Make it 13 as he knocks down the 2nd free throw.
Score is 26-18. Knicks, 3:36 to go in the quarter, and now New York using its trapping defense. Strickland steals, lays it up, and does not get it, but draws the foul. So the full court pressure pays dividends as the Pacers are not able to cope. Rick Smits picking up his first foul.
Well, in this full-court pressure defense, the defense can only cut off so many options. That time, Raymond Tisdale not in the middle of the floor where he was supposed to be, and that created a situation where one side of the floor was overloaded. Everybody was denied. The Knicks come up with the steal. And when you're attacking a trap defense, you have to get people in the right spots. If you don't, you're playing right into the hands of the defense.
Strickland hitting the free throw to make it 27, and now 28-18. So the rookie out of DePaul has his first 2 points of the night. Pacers this time beating the pressure, and Fleming coming into the front court. Fleming working against Strickland, picks up his dribble, gets it to Person, right box against Tucker. That's a mismatch, and Person rolls it in. Person backing Tucker down to the box and laying it in. He's got 4. Now Tucker has the ball at the other end. Lob pass to the edge of the lane. Wheeling to his left and now to his right, Eddie Lee Wilkins, and he bangs in the hook shot.
He plays a lot taller than he is. He's listed at 6'10", but he's got the long arm, so that enabled him to get that little jump hook off over Rick Smits that time.
30-20. Tisdale taking a pass left side and missing the 15-footer. Rebound Newman. Knicks by 10 and in possession. Newman front court down the right side, runs into traffic. Tisdale in position, draws the offensive foul. That's Newman's first. Kenny Walker into the game for New York, and now the Knicks take a timeout. 2:46 to go, first quarter. It's New York 30, Indiana 20. 10-point Knick lead as we get set to continue play with 5:38 to go in the second quarter. Pacers come out with Skiles, Fleming, Tisdale, Williams, and Person, which means that Smits has gone to the bench. And the Knicks, who have the ball, will bring it up with Jackson and Newman. Gerald Wilkins, Ewing is in the game, and so is Oakley. Oakley has the ball, left edge of the circle, feeds it back to Jackson. Jackson hands it to Newman. Newman traveling over across on the dribble to the right side of the circle. Now feeds it to Ewing. Ball down inside to Newman, and we're going to get a 3-second call.
Well, nice defensive work that time by the Pacers, as they always force the extra pass that time, and subsequently somebody laid in the lane a little too long, and Pacers get the turnover.
Knicks averaging 115 a game. That's 6th in the league, and they're well over 50 here with a lot of time left in the second quarter. Tisdale bounce pass into the lane, intercepted by Jackson. Jackson into the front court, feeds to Ewing. Ewing down to Oakley for two.
My, that's just picture perfect fast break basketball there, as they made the extra pass until they got a layup.
Oakley pressuring the inbound. Williams' pass was deflected but not controlled by Newman, out of bounds. Pacers will try again. Pacers have had a lot of trouble with this trap.
They really have, especially the full court pressure. Here's a long home run pass
to Fleming at the baseline. He lays it in.
Again, that's one way to beat it. Over the top. Excellent pass that time by Herb Williams. Length of the floor from on the baseline and hit Vern Fleming right in stride, and they get a bunny.
Knicks by 10. Gerald Wilkins with it. Ewing comes up high to set a screen. Gerald Wilkins on the dribble, going to his left. Now feeds it to Ewing. Ewing 17-footer right side. Skims off the rim. Tisdale rebounds. It's stripped away by Newman. Tisdale gets it back. Ahead to Fleming. Fleming takes it right into the lane at the defense. Missed the shot. Oakley rebounds. Long pass the other way to Newman. Newman runs into Tisdale. Tisdale stripped the ball away, and it's a jump ball. Good defensive play by Tisdale. One-on-one with Newman, who Clark that time got a little bit out of control.
He really did. He got the ball in front of his body, and you always want to keep your body between the defender and the basketball. That time he got the ball out in front, and Wayman made just a good defensive play, forcing the jump ball situation.
Newman to jump against Tisdale. 4:16 to go in the half. New York by 10. Tap controlled by Person. Ahead to Fleming. Fleming has Skiles on his left. Bounce pass is behind Skiles, out of bounds, but it was deflected by a Knick.
Good idea that time. Jackson got a hand on it. He's got those long arms. Was able to get a finger on it and knocked it out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
They'll inbound. Left sideline. And the ball winds up with Fleming. Fleming will set it from the high left side. Picks up the bounce. Lob pass to the edge of the lane. Knocked away from Herb Williams. Picked up by Gerald Wilkins, but he can't control it. It's knocked out of bounds, and Pacers will get it again.
I tell you what, down in the low post, the Pacers aren't doing a good job of rifling the pass into the low post player. The low post player isn't doing a good enough job of keeping that defender on his back. Subsequently, the Knicks have come over the top 3, 4, 5 times to come up with steals. Passer and receiver's job to keep that defender in a position where he can't get hands on the basketball.
Shot clock set to 10, and the Pacers play it in. Tisdale has it. Tisdale in traffic, feeds it off to Fleming. 6 on the shot clock. Fleming left side of the lane. Beautiful pass to Person, and Ewing fouled him. Person sneaking to the basket from the right side, and Fleming from the left side high of the lane fed it to Chuck, who drew the foul from Patrick Ewing as the shot clock was getting down into the range where you want to be concerned.
Excellent look that time by Fleming as he went up in the air, rifled a quick pass down to Chuck Person along the baseline, and Chuck gets 2 free throws out of the deal.
And he makes the first one. He's got 7 points. 3:54 to go in the second quarter. New York 55 and the Pacers 46. Chuck again, and again he is clean with it. Person has made all 4 of his free throws tonight, and the Pacers down 8 with 3:50 to go in the half. Left side, Newman against Person, about 25 feet away, gets it to Gerald Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins at the top of the circle, further out to Jackson. Now they get it to Oakley, who feeds it into the lane for Gerald Wilkins, but it's knocked away and picked off by Fleming. Now Fleming to the front court, to the top of the circle, picks up the dribble for Williams. Williams will launch from 16, off the glass, no, rebound Oakley. Oakley wanted to go long, nobody there, feeds it short to Jackson. Jackson's into the front court, getting away from Skiles to the right baseline. He's knocked down, and they're going to rule that he was out of bounds. He got around Skiles, but then lost his footing. and made contact with the baseline. 3:22 to go in the half. Pacers down by 8. And the Knicks will use full court pressure again. Tisdale ahead to Skiles. Pacers get into the front court uneventfully. Skiles left side of the lane. Now into the corner for Person. Back out to Skiles. Skiles with a bounce pass to Williams. Free throw line extended. Backs his way into the lane. Puts up a 10-footer. It rolls out. And the rebound to Oakley. Feeds it ahead to the front court. And the Knicks back in business with Gerald Wilkins. Now Gerald Wilkins with a bounce pass to the right box. Ewing double teamed by Person and Williams. Gets it out to Newman. Ball movement to the left side. Back to Newman. Breaking for the basket. And a marvelous rejection by Williams as Newman goes up for the jam to Fleming from Skiles for 2.
Boy, just a great series that time, initiated by the great defensive play by Herb Williams.
And we have a technical against Scott Skiles.
Boy, I can't believe it. Oakley gave Skiles a shove to the back of the head, went unseen by the official. Scott Skiles got on the official, wanted that foul called. The official retaliates and gives Scott a technical, but they missed the elbow that Oakley gave to Skiles in the back of the head. Nonetheless, Gerald Wilkins to the line to shoot the tee.
Terry Durham only heard Skiles' response, and Scott got the technical. Here's the technical foul shot, and it is good.
Well, that's an unfortunate turn of events because the Pacers had a little momentum going, Mark, after that great rejection and subsequent fast break basket. Then you get that momentum stifled just a bit with the technical foul shot, plus the Knicks have possession. This could be a significant turnaround here in this first half.
56-49. New York with the lead in the ball. Newman has it. Gets it to the top for Oakley. Now Oakley feeding it to Jackson, to Ewing, right edge of the lane, out to Oakley. Oakley takes it into the lane, feeds it to Newman. Newman lays it up and in. Newman has 9, and the Knicks are up by 9. Pacers will come up with Skiles. Skiles runs into a double team in the backcourt, looking for help. Can't find any help. Now gets it ahead to Williams. Williams will take it down the left side. Bounce pass right side. Person laid it up over Ewing. Didn't get it. Tisdale with the rebound and the stop.
Those are the kind of shots you can get if you attack the pressure because they don't have blockout responsibility. That time Tisdale with the offensive board.
58-51, a minute 59 left in the half. Oakley firing a shot from on top, but he was fouled. Wayman Tisdale picking up the foul. That'll be his first, and we have a timeout. Knicks. 1:58 to go in the half. Knicks by 7. This is the Indiana Pacer Radio Network. 58-51 Knicks, and Oakley getting set to go to the line following the timeout. Oakley has 6, just 2 points under his average through the first 4 games.
Charles Oakley does a lot of little things that some power forwards don't do. He's a pretty good passer. He makes turnovers, but he makes passes that a lot of power forwards don't make. And one thing he really does, he looks up floor as soon as he gets his hands on defensive rebounds. He's looking for the long outlet pass to initiate the break. And that's a skill that you don't see in the box score, but it's certainly a good skill to have because that initiates your break. You don't need only the rebound to break, but you need the quick outlet pass.
He made one of the 2 free throws, and he has 7 points. 59-51. Person in the backcourt. Oakley on him. Chuck will bring it up with the dribble. He's into the front court. Now picks it up just outside the 3-point arc and gives it to Fleming. Fleming will set the offense. 14 on the shot clock. Fleming on the dribble against Gerald Wilkins. Now moving to his right. Free throw line extended. Bounce pass to Herb Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper skims off. Rebound Oakley. Outlet Jackson. He has Ewing breaking. Behind the back pass. High right side for Gerald Wilkins. Cross court pass for Johnny Newman. 3-point shot. Good. Johnny Newman has 12 points. And that is New York's 3rd 3-point field goal. The other 2 from Trent Tucker. 62-51. A minute 17 to go in the half. Into the front court, Fleming gives it to Williams. Right side to Skiles. Skiles on the wing against Jackson, takes it into the lane. Tisdale has it, 15-foot shot off the back rim. Tisdale gets his own rebound and then lost the dribble. It bounced off the end of his hands and out of bounds. Stuart Gray making his first appearance of the night for the Pacers. Herb Williams will go out. Eddie Wilkins is in, so is Trent Tucker. Ewing will get a rest for the remainder of the half, and so will Johnny Newman. And Reggie Miller getting set to come in, which he does for the Pacers. So it's...
Well, the Knicks right now with only 4 people on the floor, unless Johnny Newman is in, and I think he is.
Oh, yeah, he started to go to the bench and then just sort of hung around on the sideline. So he is in the game. Too bad. It would have been nice to play 5-on-4 for a while. Got an illegal defense warning as New York takes the ball against the Pacers. So each team has been warned once now.
First warning, Knicks ball out.
It'd be even better if you could get 5 on 3.
That might help. Knicks have maintained the lead since the early going to this ball game, and they've maintained the 7 to 11 point cushion throughout most of this first half.
62-51 Knicks, 55 seconds left in the half, and the inbound comes to Tucker. Tucker moving to his right against Miller. Now Tucker picking up the dribble, lob pass to Jackson, posting Skiles, and Jackson lays it in.
Boy, he's showing us a dimension that I didn't see very much of last year. That's going to the low box and scoring.
Now Stuart Gray's inbound pass is knocked away at the baseline by Jackson. It goes out of bounds, and we're going to get a jump ball. The officials can't decide who knocked it out. Pacers have had far too much trouble simply getting it in against the trap.
Much more trouble than you expect them to have. They spent a great deal of time working on that in the shoot-around this morning, but nothing like game time.
Pacers control the tap. 21-second differential between the game and the shot clock. 40 seconds left in the half. Skiles gives it to Gray at the top. Gray dribbles once and then feeds it to Miller. Knocked away, picked up by Tucker, but before Tucker can get too much steam going, he's called for a foul.
3.
That's his first. 35 seconds to go in the half. 64-51 at New York. It's the Knicks' first foul in the final 2 minutes here. Pacers not shooting the penalty. Skiles has. High left side. Gray sets a screen. Eddie Wilkins comes to help. Skiles winds up out near the timeline after using up his dribble. Gets it to Miller against Tucker. Down to Tisdale at the right box over Eddie Wilkins for 2. Tisdale has a dozen, and now the Knicks can hold for the last shot. 64-53 New York. 18 seconds left in the half. Mark Jackson strolls across the timeline, left hand on hip. He'll wait a few seconds before triggering the play. 10 seconds left. Skiles is on him. Jackson still dribbling. 6 seconds left. Going to his left, back to his right. 4 seconds left. Gives it to Tucker. Fakes the three-pointer. Tries a 21-footer. Hits the rim and bounces away as the first half comes to an end. So the Knicks falling behind early, but then for the most part controlling the tempo in the first half, and they lead at the half. The score is New York 64 and Indiana 53. This is the Indiana Pacer Radio Network. Pacers will start the second half with their smaller lineup. Fleming and Williams, and then or Fleming and Miller, I should say, and then Williams, Person, and Tisdale, and they'll have the ball to start the third quarter down by 11. Miller gets it down to Tisdale at the left box. He puts it over Oakley, and Oakley fouled him. Oakley's second. The only player from either team in any real significant foul trouble is Rick Smits with 4. Although Herb Williams does have 3, and so does Dreiling. Tisdale to the line to shoot 2. He has a dozen to lead the Pacers. He's 2 of 2 from the line. And now 3 of 3. Raymond Tisdale averaging off the bench 19 points a game. And he's well on the way to getting that tonight. He has 14 as he makes both free throws. 64-55. New York by 9. This is their first possession of the third quarter. Jackson gets it to the top of the circle. Oakley back to the basket. High right side. Jackson down to the right box. Knocked away from Ewing by Williams. Jackson gets it back. Feeds it to the left edge of the lane. Going up for the shot. Newman. It slid through his hands. He got it back and laid it in. 14 for Newman. Fleming into the front court. New York again by 11. Left side Tisdale. 17-foot jumper. Hits. Tisdale has 16. He scored all 4 points that the Pacers have accumulated here in the third quarter, and it's a 9-point game. Jackson against Fleming. Bounce pass, right box. Ewing will go against Herb Williams. Now he kicks it out to Oakley. Oakley against Tisdale in the lane from 12. Off the back rim. Oakley gets it back and then crashes to the floor as he tries to put up his own rebound. He hit the floor hard. Tisdale picking up the foul. His second. They're going to rule a non-shooting foul, and rightfully so, since he was more or less parallel to the floor when he let that one go.
Oakley looking to get 2 shots out of the deal, put his body through all that pain, and doesn't get a chance to shoot free throws.
Jackson picks up his dribble, goes to the top for Newman. They swing it to the left side. Gerald Wilkins. Lob pass for Ewing. He turns, faces the basket, and hits the 12-foot jumper from the left side. Ewing leading all of the scorers with 17, and the Knicks are back up by 11. Fleming to the front court. They clear out the right side. Now Fleming gets the bounce pass to Miller in the right corner. Miller takes the right baseline against Gerald Wilkins and lost it out of bounds. 10:36 to go in the third. It's an 11-point Knick lead, and Jackson will bring it up. Crossing the timeline. Now the bounce pass, top of the circle. Oakley has it. Bounce pass toward the right baseline. Gerald Wilkins dribbling to his left. He's in the lane. Feeds it inside to Oakley, who lays it in.
Charles Oakley.
70-57. New York by 13. Fleming to the front court for Indiana against the right sideline. Now veering to his left, comes cross court to Williams. Williams driving into the lane against Ewing, spins to his left, almost traveled, now puts in the short jumper.
Almost isn't quite the right description there. He got away with one there, Mark. Shuffled his feet pretty good, but got the basket.
Gerald Wilkins on the dribble at the other end, into the lane against Reggie Miller, puts it up and it rolls through. Gerald Wilkins going from the right wing to the top of the circle and into the lane on the dribble against Reggie. He's got 5, and Fleming brings it back for the Pacers, who trail by 13. 9:39 to go. Bounce pass right side of the lane. Tisdale will force it up. It won't drop, and it's tapped in by Person.
Well, great offensive rebound that time by Chuck as he used his size and strength to get up and over Johnny Newman for the tap in.
He's got 10. Jackson coming back for the Knicks, who again lead by 11. Jackson into the lane, kicks it right side. Gerald Wilkins, three-point shot, won't go. Rebound tapped around by Ewing, but he couldn't keep it alive. Now Williams has it knocked away and out of bounds. Pacers will inbound. Williams thought he was fouled by Ewing, and so did Jack Ramsey.
Whether he was or not, Ewing stopped what would have probably been an easy Pacer basket as Herb had Reggie Miller wide open down the floor.
Fleming to the front court, left side. Now working to his right, pass high right side for Williams. Now over to the right wing for Miller. Miller gets it down to the right side of the lane for Person. Back out to Tisdale. He drives the right side. He's in the lane. Underhand scoop for 2. Tisdale has 18. It's 72-63. It's been 11-13, 11-13, 11-13, and that's how the third quarter is going. Right now the Knicks with the ball and that 11-point lead. Oakley from the top of the circle, and it's back to 13. Oakley has 11. It's 74-63. 8:29 to go. Third quarter. On the dribble. Fleming working to the right side. Gets the ball to Williams, who drives the basket. Misses the shot, but a foul on the way to the basket. And it's going to go against Patrick Ewing, his second. Person puts it into Fleming. Fleming on the dribble against Newman. Still holding the bounce. Now gets it to Person. Person squares up against the basket. Now runs into a double team. Looking for help. And he's pushed to the floor. Lost it out of bounds. And the Knicks will get it. How do you figure that?
I don't. They missed one there.
Jackson at the top gets it to Newman, who drives the left side, takes it all the way and lays it in. Johnny Newman has 16. Knicks lead at 76-63.
Well, I tell you what, Mark, they won't be able to make any kind of run if they don't do something different defensively. I don't know if they need to change the pace, but the Knicks getting too many good shots inside.
Tisdale over against the right sideline, gets it to Williams at the top of the circle, into the lane. Person's open, shot rejected by Jackson. Person is not happy. Here come the Knicks. Jackson into the front court, and Person has been given a technical foul. Chuck Person's shot blocked at the other end, and as he came back up the court, he continued to protest, and Woody Mayfield gave him a technical.
Well, I think Chuck has something to gripe about there, but you got to keep your cool when you've gotten one technical blown against you. From where we sit, that play occurred at the far end of the floor. I don't know if Jackson got a piece of Chuck's arm or not, but the way Chuck protested, you have to think he must have gotten hit somewhere.
Technical foul shot by Gerald Wilkins is missed. 7:34 to go in the third. 76-63 for the Knicks. And following the technical foul shot, they'll also get the ball.
18 seconds, I think it is.
The officials are trying to figure out where the shot clock should read, and they're going to wind it down under 20 probably. And they'll settle on 18. Newman will play it in for the Knicks, near sideline. And he gives it to Jackson. New York with a 13-point lead. Their biggest has been 14. Jackson bounce pass to Ewing in the lane from 12. His shot hits the back rim. Rebound is controlled by Person. Long outlet to Fleming. Fleming to the front court to the free throw line to Tisdale, who tried to go up for the jam, and Ewing's going to pick up the foul. Tisdale was blasting down the right side, got the feed and went up strong. Ewing picking up his third foul.
Oh boy, I don't know if that's a payback call or not, but Ewing got a lot of orange. Tisdale to the line as the official saw his third foul on that play.
Tisdale leading all scorers with 18, one more than Ewing. Pacers down 13, 7:19 to go in the third. The free throw is successful. And now Ewing, with his 3 fouls, will sit down. Sidney Green coming back into the game. He played in the first half and had 4 points. Tisdale again. This time his shot hits the front rim and bounces off. Rebound to Oakley. 76-64, New York by 12. Into the front court, Jackson. High left side to Oakley. He hands it back to Jackson. Jackson's feet outside the arc on the left side. To the top for Gerald Wilkins. Against Reggie Miller down the right side. Gives it to Oakley. 21-footer arching and through.
Well, you don't expect him to hit those jumpers consistently. Oakley is 6 of 8 from the floor for his 13 tonight, and that's a bonus.
Knicks have equaled their biggest lead. Vern Fleming has an open 18-footer from the right side, but it hits the back rim. Herb Williams tapped it, trying to keep it alive, couldn't. Here comes Gerald Wilkins against Fleming, lays it up just a bit too hard. Rebound knocked around. Fleming has it at the baseline, attempting to save it and succeeding. Here comes Person, one-on-one with Oakley, spins to his left, goes to the basket, fakes and lays it in.
Oh, a pretty move in the open court. Pump fake got 2 Knicks up, and Chuck scored.
Jackson at the other end, missing the jumper. Reggie Miller rebounds, ahead to Fleming, into the front court to Person. Person, 22 feet away, picks up his dribble, gives it back to Miller, fakes the three-pointer, drives into the lane against Jackson, kicks it inside. Now Fleming feeds it to Tisdale, who missed. Tisdale had his rebound, but couldn't control it. Newman gets it out to Gerald Wilkins. 6:07 left in the third, Knicks by a dozen. Jackson slowing it up just a bit, walking it across the timeline, gets it to Newman, who drives the lane, running one-hander, won't go. Rebound control by the Pacers. Person to the front court, has Fleming on his right, feeds him. Vern lays it in, but a whistle well before that as the Pacers break out on the transition game. And the foul, we're going to have a timeout against, or timeout charge to the Pacers, foul against the Knicks. Pacers with it off the inbound, and Fleming has it. Fleming working one-on-one with Trent Tucker, who's checked back into the game. Fleming spinning to his left. Shot clock showing 15 as the bounce pass comes to the right side for Person. He puts up the 15-footer over Walker, and Tucker rebounds. Knicks with the ball and a 12-point lead. Into the front court, Strickland. Knicks have made some substitutions during the timeout. We'll spot them as we go. Eddie Wilkins is in there. Walker has the ball. He's in there. Tucker is in there. So is Sidney Green. Walker in trouble, passing it down to Eddie Wilkins. It's knocked out of bounds. 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and much to the dismay of the Pacers, the Knicks will retain possession.
I think it was a good call. Eddie Lee Wilkins did not get his hands on that deflected pass, and the Knicks retained possession.
7 on the shot clock. Inbound comes to Strickland. Right baseline. He's double teamed by Tisdale and Fleming. Bounce pass into Green. Green at the baseline. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Tucker, who misses from 20. Walker rebounds, goes to the hoop, missed the shot, drew the foul. Kenny Walker to the line. Herb Williams picking up the foul, and that'll be his 4th. Walker did not score in his limited first half action.
Key man in their win at Washington on Wednesday night. Walker with 15 points off the bench has really struggled in the pro game. Was an effective college player, was the SEC player of the year, and just hasn't found his niche in the pro game. Not quite physical enough and skilled enough to play that small forward spot effectively, but I think he's going to find his role as maybe a backup player here with the Knicks.
He made one of the 2 free throws. Pacers inbounding. Person, long pass broken up by Strickland. Williams got a hand on it, but Strickland controls. Into the front court. Right corner, 3-point shot, good. Trent Tucker with a 3-pointer, his 3rd of the night. He's got 9 points, all coming on 3-pointers. And suddenly the Knicks are up by 16, their biggest advantage of the game. 82-66, 4:54 left in the third. Fleming to the front court. To the top for Williams, into the lane for a 14-footer, and Herb Williams hits from just inside the free throw line. Williams has 10. 82-68, 4:42 to go in the third. Strickland to the front court against Fleming. High right side. Now the bounce pass to Tucker. Fakes the shot. Goes to his left. Clearing himself away from Person with the dribble. He's outside the 3-point arc now. Moving back to his right. Gives the ball to Green at the top of the circle. 7 on the shot clock. Away from the ball. A foul is going to be called. And it's going to go against Reggie Miller. That's Reggie's 3rd. Pacers were playing strong defense. The shot clock had gotten down inside 10 and was ticking away.
Well, they're going to need stronger defense. The Knicks still with this pretty good cushion. Pacers need to do something to turn the momentum. The Knicks have controlled this thing pretty much from start to the present point, and the Pacers just need to disrupt things, maybe go to a trapping defense, but they need to change the momentum.
Ball inside, knocked away by Tisdale. Williams has it. There's the lead pass. Fleming is there, and he lays it in. Fleming has 11. 82-70, 4:07 to go. Into the front court, Tucker against Miller. Tucker on the dribble, veering to his right, now switching to the left hand, still holding the bounce outside the three-point arc, working the left sideline against Miller, still holding the dribble, now picks it up, looks down low, feeds it to Eddie Wilkins in the lane over Williams, no, and Herb rebounds. Turns for the outlet pass, and Walker hacked him from behind. Kenny Walker picking up the foul. 3:47 to go in the third, and the Knicks leading by 12. Herb Williams taking the walk up the court to the other end where he'll shoot the free throws.
This Knick unit that's on the floor, Wilkins, Eddie Lee Wilkins that is, well, Oakley going to replace him as he limps off to the bench. Oakley, Walker, Strickland, Tucker, and Green. Not a big unit, not a very efficient offensive unit with the exception of Tucker being a spot-up shooter. The Pacers, if they're going to make a run, certainly have a good opportunity here.
And Herb Williams misses the free throw.
It's got to happen with defense, though, Mark. They've got to shut these guys down defensively, get some easy baskets, and get this thing under double digits going into the last quarter.
Second one is good. Herb has 11, and it's 82-71. Knicks with possession. Strickland running the offense. Comes into the front court. Tisdale comes to help. Ball knocked away. Fleming picks it up at the timeline and drives for two. They were able to squeeze Strickland at the timeline, and the Knicks are going to take a 20-second timeout. 3:33 to go in the third. It's 82-73. 3:33 left to play. Third quarter, New York 82, Indiana 73. After that steal and basket by the Pacers, Tisdale and Fleming combining, the Knicks took a timeout. And as they come back out, they'll have Strickland and Tucker, Oakley, Green, and Newman. They have the ball, and they're up by 9. They've led by as many as 16. Oakley feeds it to Strickland, high left side, into the left corner for Newman. Newman being double teamed, now trapped against the sideline, gets it to Tucker, and a foul over against that far sideline. Pacers aggressively pursuing Newman defensively, but Tisdale is called for a foul, his third.
I like what the Pacers are doing here, Mark. We talked about it during the break. They need to do something to become more aggressive and stop playing on their heels. The trap could do it for them.
Green down the right side. Person blocked the shot, but got part of the body as well.
Chuck Person called about his second.
Chuck's second, and Green will go to the line to shoot two.
Sidney Green will be at the line for New York.
Detroit and Boston at the half, 50-49, the Pistons. What a surprise to hear that there's been some fighting in that game.
Bill Laimbeer, you would know he would probably be involved, either he or Rick Mahorn. Bill Laimbeer and Robert Parrish squared off, and both players ejected.
Green makes the first free throw, misses the second, and Tisdale rebounds. 3:14 to go in the third. New York by 10. Pacers to the front court with Miller. Miller almost lost the dribble, now picks it up and gives it to Fleming. Fleming against Tucker. High right side. Bird moving to his left, down the right side of the lane, forces the 13-footer, doesn't go. Green rebounds. Turns and gets the ball to Strickland with 2:57 to go in the third. Strickland to the foul line, into the lane, 12-footer, no. Rebound controlled by Person. Person looking for an outlet, now gives it to Fleming. Pacers can cut to 8. Fleming to the front court against Strickland, picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to Tisdale, turns, faces the basket, moving to his right against Green, puts up the jumper and hits it. Tisdale has 21 points. It's 83-75.
Boy, Wayman just a handful to defend. Knocks down the perimeter jumper, can get it inside and shoot it with the left hand in the post area. He's a handful.
Strickland bringing it up against Fleming. Comes into the front court, still holding the dribble. Now comes to the right side for Tucker. Miller is on him. Now a double team with Fleming coming over to help. 10 on the shot clock, and we've got an illegal defense. It's called on Wayman Tisdale, who is insisting that he was guarding Charles Oakley, but the officials do not buy it, and since the Pacers were warned for this very thing earlier, free throw time.
I've never seen an official change this call. Once it's made, it's official.
Newman will shoot it. 2:11 to go in the third. Knicks by 8. And now by 9. Newman has 17 points. And is 4 of 4 from the line. The New York Knicks will inbound from the sideline, get a fresh 24 as well. And Newman will trigger it into Jackson on top. So Jackson back into the game, relieving Strickland. He takes the handoff from Oakley, moving toward the left sideline, now swinging back toward his right. Fires the ball to the left sideline. Bomb on the way. Bad shot, slammed off the glass. Into the front court is Fleming. Left side, Miller. Miller into the lane, 12 feet away, feeds down low to Person, who lays it in.
Boy, excellent penetration and dish that time by Reggie Miller as he beat his man as the defense converged, dropped it off to Chuck, and he got the layup.
84-77, a minute 39 left in the third quarter, and the crowd starting to perk up as Tucker drives the lane. 14-footer blocked by Tisdale. Here comes Person into the front court. Pacers on the break. Tisdale pull up, 15, no. Rebound controlled by Oakley. Oakley feeding it ahead to Jackson. Jackson full speed ahead behind the back dribble, almost lost it. Now clears himself and he'll set the offense. A minute 18 to go in the third. Newman takes the lane, in the lane, bangs it up too hard. Rebound on the floor. Newman had it, started to go up with it, but a loose ball foul is going to be called, and it's going to go against Tisdale. That's Wayman's fourth.
Charles Oakley had excellent inside rebounding position. Wayman Tisdale had no choice but to grab him. Otherwise, Oakley was looking at an easy basket after he got the rebound. Oakley will go to the line.
Stuart Gray coming in to relieve Herb Williams. A minute 12 to go. It's 84-77. We're in the third quarter. The Knicks leading, and Skiles will also come in, and Fleming will rest.
Fleming's had a solid evening, 13 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. He's also picked up a steal in his minutes on the floor.
Oakley hits the foul shot. One more. Minute 12 to go in the third. Oakley steps up to try his second shot. His team is up by 8. And he has contributed 14 points to the cause. Second free throw is also good. So it's a 9-point advantage. Pacers with the ball, and now the Knicks showing some signs of pressuring, but they drop back, and it'll be Skiles bringing it up against Miller. Miller into the front court against the right sideline with a minute 3 to go in the quarter. Miller against Jackson, bounce pass to Person. Person spins to his right at the baseline, banks it up, it won't go. Oakley rebounds, and it's ahead to Jackson. Jackson to the top of the circle, back to the basket, now feeds it out on the drive. Moving to the basket is Newman. Newman kicks it back out to Jackson. Now Tucker at the top. Oakley high right side, takes Tisdale into the lane, puts up a 15-footer that won't go, and now Gray has it. Skiles, 38 seconds left in the third, to Tisdale. Tisdale at the left baseline, puts it over Green, it won't go, but Sidney Green got it.
Boy, Tisdale bailed out that time by Green as he forced a tough baseline jump shot early on the shot clock, and he gets bailed out and gets 2 free throws.
34 seconds to go, third quarter, 86-77 Knicks, and Tisdale will shoot 2. He's got 21 points, 9 of them in this quarter, and now 10 in this quarter. Pacers 12 of 15 from the line. Skiles comes over to have a word with Jack Ramsey as Tisdale gets set to shoot the second free throw. 34 seconds to go in the quarter, and the second shot rims out. Rebound is on the floor and picked up by Oakley. So Tisdale makes 1 of 2. Jackson to the front court. Tucker has it. 3-point range, right side. Now to the top for Newman. Newman looking left, coming right. 9-second differential between the game shot and the shot clock. Newman forcing a 21-footer. It doesn't go. Rebound inside for Oakley. His layup won't go. Gray has it. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Skiles has Miller, feeds it to Person, who lays it in. He had Miller on his left, Person on his right. And Person takes the pass for the 2.
Boy, just excellent fast break execution that time. Skiles really excels in that area.
Jackson throws up a shot with 2 seconds left and misses, and the Pacers have cut a 16-point deficit to 6. Then with the fourth quarter coming up. The Pacers need to write a little bit different ending tonight.
They really do. They need to get over the hump, kick that door in instead of just knocking on it. Right now they're down only 6 after being down 16 in that quarter.
New York with it to start the fourth quarter. They're up 6. Green at the top of the circle against Tisdale. Facing the basket, goes left side to Newman. Newman on the drive. Person cuts him off, out to Jackson. 10 on the shot clock. Gerald Wilkins gets it into Green, moves to his left, feeds it inside, and it's laid in as the clock was winding down. Patrick Ewing has 19.
Boy, excellent interior pass that time by Green as he faked the shot attempt, shoveled it off to Ewing with the left hand. Easy 2.
Skiles bringing it back for the Pacers, who trail by 8. Early fourth quarter. Person has it high right side against Gerald Wilkins. Backs it out with the dribble. Lob pass to Tisdale. He's been hot. Spins to his right against Gerald Green. This time he's cut off. Out to Skiles. 2 on the shot clock. Throws up a hope. It misses. And it's out of bounds. And it's a 24-second violation. The ball did not hit the rim.
Certainly not the way you want to start the fourth quarter offensively.
Now, Skiles had no choice.
Oh, no question about it. I'm not faulting Skiles. He had to put something up in the air, but just the lack of a good shot the first time down the floor is what I'm speaking of.
Newman has it on top against Person. 11 minutes to go in the game. Knicks by 8. Jackson at the right baseline throws up a hook. It doesn't go, but here comes the jam with Ewing. Check that. Sidney Green getting credit for the basket. Either way, it's 2, and it's 90-80. Gray bounce pass left side to Miller. Miller feeds it to Tisdale. Tisdale facing the basket, moving to his right. Now tries to drive into the lane and finally draws a whistle. Sidney Green is called for his 3rd foul.
Well, as hot as Wayman's been, he still has to make a decision whether he's going to make a quick move. When he stands with the basketball, that affects his teammates, and they stand around watching him.
High post to Gray, takes it into the lane, feeds it to Tisdale for the jam.
Or a great play by Stewart as he just put it on the floor with his head down. Had the intention of making the pass all the way and got Tisdale an easy basket.
High right side, Gerald Wilkins to the top for Green. Back to Wilkins. Wilkins against Miller. 10:20 to go, 10 on the shot clock. Wilkins working to his left, takes it into the lane, goes to the basket, now dishes it inside, and there's a foul. Ewing will go to the line. Stuart Gray is called for his 1st. Knicks have done a nice job on their first couple of possessions in this quarter of working the clock down and then getting the ball inside.
Everything in the paint to start this fourth quarter. Green got an offensive board, tip slammed that, made a pass to Ewing for a layup. That time Ewing got it inside. I couldn't really see the foul. Looked like Ewing just lost the basketball, but they claimed he was pushed by Gray, and he knocks down the first free throw.
91-82. Ewing has 20. Second foul shot hits the front rim and rolls through. So again, it's a 10-point lead for the Knicks, and now they'll pressure the inbound. Person gets it to Skiles, back to Chuck. Chuck dribbles it into the front court, left side. Now stops, looks for Skiles, finds him. Skiles on top, gives it high right side to Miller. 15 on the shot clock. Miller lobbing it inside. Person is there at the right baseline. Back to Miller, long shot, swish. Reggie Miller. That was a 3-pointer. It's 92-85. Now the other way, a long shot, Newman, and that's worth 3.
Well, the Knicks just continue to attack, Mark. They really play on their toes. They're assertive at both ends.
95-85. Skiles to Tisdale. Bounce pass to Gray. He's there. He jams and he's fouled. Well, Tisdale not known as an assist man, but he came up with one there.
Came up that time, felt the double team, got it to Stuart Gray, weak side, who went strong to the hole, jammed it. Ewing got there way too late, picked up the foul. Pacers can get back to within 7.
95-87, 9:35 to go. Herb Williams getting set to check in. Stuart Gray hits the free throw. Gray has 3. Jackson brings it up against Skiles, feeds it ahead to Newman. Newman against Person, high left side. On the dribble. Wilkins comes to the top, takes the pass. A good 30 feet from the basket. Now Jackson with it. 8 on the shot clock, down to the right box for Ewing. Ewing against Gray, and he traveled. Herb Williams is into the game, and Charles Oakley getting set to come in for New York. 9:16 to go. Pacers with possession and a chance to cut it to 5. Knicks chewing the clock up again and getting it down to the box for Ewing. They've been able to do that in this fourth quarter, but that time Patrick traveled. Now some confusion about who should be in the game. Oakley wanted to come in.
Right, he did. He didn't get to the scorer's table in time. Some confusion offensively at the Knicks in the last 2 or 3 possessions. They've not run the play Coach Pitino wanted. And I think that's why Oakley is going to check back into the game at the next dead ball, because Sidney Green has been out of position on a couple of their half-court sets.
Jack Madden gives it to Stuart Gray, and the Pacers bring it up. 9:14 to go. New York by 7. Skiles front court left side, moving to his right, still on the dribble, now picks it up, gives it to Miller. Miller feeds it inside to Person. Person back to the basket, spins to his left. Jackson comes over to help on a double team, and that is going to be an illegal defense.
Second warning, automatic technical foul.
So now the Pacers shoot the technical foul on the illegal defense. Oakley comes into the game, and Green goes out. Jackson coming over to help was not the reason for the illegal defense, but Skiles will shoot the free throw and hits it. You know, a lot of people wonder about an illegal defense. Can you explain? I can't.
I don't have enough time, Mark.
It's so complex and somewhat arbitrary.
And vague at the same time. It's more art than science, just put it that way.
95-89, 9:01 to go. Miller is coming out of the ball game, so it's Fleming, Skiles, Gray, Williams, and Person. 6-point lead. Fleming with it on the dribble. New York with the advantage. They've had it most of the night. Pacers last led it 7-2. Gray looking for Person, can't find him. Now looking for further help. Gets it to Skiles, breaking to the basket. He missed the layup. Now he pokes the ball away from behind and rolling free into the front court, picked up by Gerald Wilkins. Jackson back to Wilkins. Jumper right side. Good.
Oh, my. 4-point turnaround as Skiles missed the unmolested layup. Knicks come down the other way and get a hoop.
97-89. Fleming moving to his right with the dribble. To the top for Gray. Left side for Skiles. Down to the left box. Williams going to the baseline and hitting the jumper. Herb has 13, 97-91. 8:16 to go. Jackson left side high to Newman. Newman to the top for Oakley. Oakley the bounce pass. Jackson taking the lane, now handing it at the top of the circle to Wilkins. Back to Jackson. Jackson bluffs the shot, moving to his left. 7 on the shot clock. Jackson in the lane, throws it off the glass too hard. Rebound tapped around. Jackson gets it in the lane, feeds it to Newman, who lays it up but draws the foul. He laid it off, but he got the foul. Pacers taking timeout when they couldn't get the ball in.
There you go.
And after the timeout, they get it in successfully. Fleming has it, and the Pacers will set it up. They're down 8. Vern on the dribble, working to his right. Bounce pass knocked away, but there's a foul. Trying to cut in front and make the interception was Newman, and instead he's called for a foul, his third.
I talked about that earlier in the game in the first half. That time Tisdale kept his body, kept contact with the defender, and most of the time if you do that, you'll be able to pick up the foul.
Fleming has the dribble. Pacers have a new shot clock. There's Tisdale. He's alone inside. He lays it in, and he's fouled.
Impossible matchup for Johnny Newman to defend Wayman Tisdale down on the low blocks. Most big forwards have problems with Tisdale. When you talk about a small forward on him, that's almost suicidal.
Tisdale has 26 points, his season high. And it's a 6-point ball game again with 7:18 to go. Free throw is good. Wayman Tisdale has 27. Pacers within 5. A lot of time left. 7:14. Jackson fires it too high and out of bounds. Ewing went up for it, couldn't get it. And now the Pacers can cut to within 3. Into the front court is Fleming. Working one-on-one with Gerald Wilkins, gets it to Tisdale, left wing. Tisdale drives into the lane, dumps it for Skiles. Skiles kicks it back out to Williams in the lane. 13, no. Rebound controlled by the Knicks. Gerald Wilkins had it. Herb Williams tried to reach in and poke it away. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Herb Williams. And that's it for him. Herb Williams fouls out of the game with 6:53 to go. Herb finishes with 13. Person will take his place.
Boy, certainly not one you like to see one of your better players foul out on. I didn't actually see the foul, but apparently he came over the top in the scramble for the loose ball. He'll sit down for the rest of this one. Had a solid game with 13 points and 5 boards, a couple of block shots.
Jackson taking the lane all the way to the basket, throws up a runner, it won't go. Tisdale has it and throws it right to Gerald Wilkins. Now Gerald Wilkins will reset for the Knicks with 6:38 to go. Ball goes to the left side of the lane for Oakley. Back to Gerald Wilkins on the drive into the lane. Strong to the basket, missed the shot, and Person rebounds. So again, the Pacers afforded the opportunity here to crawl to within 3. Skiles to the front court, bounce pass right box. Tisdale bangs it in. Tisdale with the left-hand sweep, and the Knicks need timeout. 6:17 to go. The score, New York 99, Indiana 96. New York's once sizable lead has been shaved to 1. Jackson to the front court. Comes to the right side. Gerald Wilkins turns, faces the basket. They'll go to Ewing at the right baseline. He turns, puts up the jumper, and it rolls in. It spun around and hung on and finally dropped through.
Ewing screamed for it down on the low box. That's why he figured he could knock it down, and he did. Got the favorable roll.
103 to 100. Gray with it for the Pacers to Tisdale, left side of the lane, back inside for Gray, knocked away. Picked up by Gerald Wilkins to Jackson, 3-on-2. Back to Gerald Wilkins, pass hit him in the face. He did manage to pick it up and get it back to Jackson. Return to Gerald Wilkins, 2-point shot from the left side, won't go. Rebound tapped around, Sidney Green has it, out of bounds, off of Sidney Green. Scott Skiles right there clawing at the ball, managed to knock it away from Green, and then Sidney knocked it off his shin and out of bounds. Good play by Skiles.
Gritty effort by Skiles, as he was certainly outsized. Sidney Green had possession, but Skiles got a hand in there, dug it out off Sid's leg.
Fleming down the right side of the lane, lays it up and off, and he'll shoot 2. That ball was 3/4 of the way down and looked like maybe a 3-point play, but it popped out. Fleming will shoot 2. Well, the Knicks controlling this game for the most part. Certainly for the first half, and then for all but the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. Since then, the Pacers have played very well.
Pacers have been on top of their game here in the last quarter and a half, really. The Knicks in this second half, only 14 for 38 from the floor.
Fleming makes them both, and it's 103-102. Byrne with 15, 3:34 to go. Jackson into the front court for New York. To the top of the circle for Green. Gives it to Jackson. Hands it to Newman. Newman driving into the lane all the way to the basket. Missed. Rebound tap. No. And the rebound controlled by Fleming. Pacers can take the lead. Fleming to the front court. To the top of the circle. Almost lost the dribble. Picks it up. Gets it to Person. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Fleming. Fleming on the right side wing. Driving to the baseline. Cut off in the corner. He's in traffic. Gets it down low. Tisdale driving. And he's fouled. 3:05 to go, and the Pacers will have a chance to take the lead for the first time as Ewing picks up his 5th.
2 key people for the Knicks across that front line in foul trouble. Oakley with 5 is already on the bench. Patrick Ewing just picked up his 5th.
To be correct, I should say the Pacers will have a chance to take the lead for the first time since early when it was 7-2, but we'll have to wait until after the timeout. 3:05 left. It's New York 103, Indiana 102. This is the Indiana Pacer Radio Network. Wayman Tisdale, who has 31 points, will shoot 2.
Tisdale also has 9 boards and 4 assists to go along with 2 steals. He's been outstanding tonight off the bench.
First foul shot ties the game.
Well, the Knicks have really suffered with their shooting. They've got Trent Tucker in the lineup now to give them a little more stability from the perimeter, but they've had a tough time here in the second half. Pacers have been much more aggressive defensively, and right now, momentum riding with the Pacers.
Tisdale banged them both in. It's 104-103. Jackson on top, looking left, looking right, going left. Tucker has it. They feed it inside to Ewing. Ewing forcing the shot. No, and Person rebounds. And now Jackson reaches in. No call. He stole the ball, but Skiles got it back. Here comes Fleming. Into the front court, he's got Tisdale. Hits him. Tisdale to the hoop, and he's fouled. Good play by Scott Skiles, because at the defensive end, Person had rebounded and was ambushed and mugged by Jackson. No call. Jackson had the ball, and Skiles got it back.
Skiles dug in there again the second time in the last minute and a half. He's come up with a good play just by being aggressive with his hands. Tisdale get 2 more free throws.
He's got 33. 2:39 to go. Pacers by 1. Tisdale. Good. Tisdale had, I believe, 14 in the fourth quarter in Atlanta Tuesday night, and he's got 12 in the fourth quarter tonight. And now 13. Indiana 106, New York 103, 2:38 to go. Jackson to the front court for the Knicks. Fleming picks him up. Jackson moving to the right. Holding the dribble, picking up the bounce. They get it to Sidney Green, right side of the lane, spins to his left, 10-footer rolls off, tapped up and in. Is that Tucker?
Trent Tucker snuck in. He's 6'5", tipped that one in.
Good play by Tucker. Pacers back up 1. Person in traffic, cross-court pass to Fleming. Double team Chuck Person over against the left sideline. Trent Tucker is upset, but the foul has been called. 35 points for Wayman Tisdale tonight. That represents a tie for his career high. Person at the line. Pacers up 1, 2:14 to go. And Chuck's free throw spins out. He had made 6 of 6 previous to that and came into the game shooting 89%. Second foul shot. Got it. The Person makes 1 of 2, and the Pacer lead is 2 with 2:14 to go. Jackson bringing the ball up for New York. Into the front court. Moving toward the top of the circle. Fleming has him defensively. Now the pass goes to the left edge of the perimeter. Tucker has it to the top for Newman. Newman back to the right wing for Jackson. 8 on the shot clock. They go into Ewing. Right baseline, drive and score. Patrick Ewing has 27. Now the Knicks pressuring. Inbound pass knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Indiana. 1:50 to go. 20 on the shot clock. Pacers will have to go the length of the floor. They'll inbound from the baseline.
Can get a good shot here if they get it in and move the basketball. The Knicks are going to pressure.
Long pass, Person. He's got it. 2-on-1 behind the back to Gray. Knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Newman. Newman got back and prevented a Stuart Gray basket.
Well, you have to question going with the wraparound pass in this situation. Pacers still get the ball out of bounds under their own basket.
1:46 left. Person in trouble, and did they have to call a timeout, or did he fail to get it in?
He failed to get it in. It's got to touch a player's hand within 5 seconds.
So it's Knicks ball, and they take a timeout. 1:46 to go. New York with the ball, 107 apiece, and this is the Indiana Pacer Radio Network.
Certainly you hate for that kind of turnover to creep up at this stage of the game, but the way it's gone, you almost figured it would have to happen eventually.
New York in possession. Tie ball game, 1:40 to go. Jackson left side. Fleming picks him up. Ball goes into Ewing. Who else? He tries to back his way in and does not succeed. Patrick Ewing trying to back his way in. Like 28 guys around him. And on the turnover, the ball will go to the Pacers.
That's one weak spot of his game. He's just not a good passer out of the post.
Now the Pacers having some trouble getting it in, but Person takes Tisdale's pass ahead to Fleming into the lane. Knocked away at the last second. Ewing reached in, knocked it away, and he's called for a foul.
That's his sixth. He's out of here. And boy, the Knicks team doesn't really have a go-to guy without him in the lineup. Although Mark Jackson, despite his poor field goal percentage shooting, has been known to come up with key baskets in the clutch.
I'm sure you'll remember the game at Madison Square Garden last year.
Certainly do. It's made the NBA highlight film.
Reggie Miller is back in. So it's going to be Miller, Fleming, Person, Gray, and Tisdale. Gray has 3 points. Doesn't look impressive, but he's put in some quality minutes.
He really has. He's done a nice job making Patrick Ewing work for everything he got during that stretch before fouling out. And he also made a couple of nice passes and just really did a nice job of clogging the middle and really staying out of the way and getting the ball to the right people and clogging the middle defensively.
Fleming hits the first free throw to make it 108-107, and the second free throw makes it 109-107. Vern has 17 points. Jackson to the front court. Knicks in possession, down 2. High right side against Fleming to the top for Newman. Person has him. Chuck on top of him. Newman dribbles once, now gives it up to Jackson. Posting low, Eddie Wilkins. He'll take it to Stuart Gray. Right hand hook for 2. Eddie Wilkins with a right hand jump hook at Stuart Gray. 109. They just posted him down low, and he went to the back.
Oh, a big shot that time by Wilkins. Eddie Lee Wilkins with the little jump hook.
Full court pressure. Person helps, gets it ahead to Miller. Pacers into the front court, right side, 1:08 to go. 109. Fleming with the ball against Tucker, edging to his right, still holding the dribble. 10 on the shot clock, still holding the dribble. 8 on the shot clock, picks up the dribble, gets it to Tisdale at the baseline, around Green for 2. Wayman Tisdale with a career high 37, and the Pacers lead by 2. The Knicks not in as good a shape either in that department or on the scoreboard, trailing 111 to 109. Wayman Tisdale now has 15 points in this quarter, 25 in this half, and 37 on the night.
Big night for Tisdale. He's been fabulous. Does a great job when he gets it in his hands, either shooting the 15 to 16-foot jumper. That time on the last score, he was able to beat Sidney Green along the baseline, just really muscled Green out of the way, got free along the baseline and got the hoop. Right now, the Knicks are going to look to get 2 for 1 here. 50 seconds left on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. They'll look to put up a relatively quick shot to make sure that they force the Pacers to use as much of the shot clock going the other way as they can and have a chance for the last shot, whether it be for a tie or for a game winner, depending on what happens on this possession.
Of course, last time, with Patrick Ewing having fouled out of the game, taking his 27 points with him, the Knicks still showed no hesitation going down to the box, even though it was Eddie Lee Wilkins down there.
That's right. He's got long arms. He's got a wide body. He's not the prettiest performer out there, but he's effective. He threw the little jump hook and got it to go down. He's made 2 of 3 shots in limited playing time tonight, and that last one was a big one. But right now, the Knicks need another big shot from somebody.
50 seconds left. Knicks have 20 seconds on the shot clock. They trail 111 to 109. Pacers looking for their first win of the season, and they need it because they're headed for a 5-game road trip after this. Jackson to the front court, high right side. Wilkins sets the pick. Jackson uses it, going to his right, to the basket, off the glass and in. Mark Jackson has 11. We're tied up with 42 seconds to go. Tisdale will inbound. Knicks will pressure. Person has it, looks for Tisdale, finds it. Tisdale brings it up the right side, swerves toward the middle, and gets it to Fleming into the front court. 35 seconds to go. A 17-second differential now between the game clock and the shot clock. Fleming high right side as the shot clock hits 10. Fleming on the dribble, picks up the bounce, gives it to Tisdale. He's been unstoppable. Back to Fleming, top of the circle. No. Rebound. Green. 18 seconds to go. Knicks can play for the last shot in a tie ball game.
I tell you what, the guy who's got it now may be the one who shoots it. That's Mark Jackson.
Jackson left side against Fleming. Fleming all over him, and Fleming will reach in and foul him. Pacers have fouls to give.
Had one to give there. Here we go.
6 seconds to go. New York inbounds, far side, front court. Here we go. Ball played in by Newman to Jackson. Jackson at the timeline with 4, with 3, into the lane with 2. He puts it up and off. Rebound inside. Stuart Gray poked in the nose. Time has expired. Stuart Gray on his haunches. He took an elbow or a hand or a fist. A mad scramble for the rebound. Nobody controlled it. Time expired. We go to a 5-minute overtime. Eddie Wilkins will move in to jump for the Knicks. And Stuart Gray for the Pacers.
Talk about quick starts in a 5-minute period. You certainly need one.
Got a violation of 21 blue.
We got a violation on the jump ball. Gerald Wilkins guilty, and that's a turnover. The Pacers will get it to start the overtime. Gray gives it to Fleming. Fleming on the dribble, first possession of the overtime. We're tied at 111. Fleming bottled up, gives it to Gray, hands it back to Verne. 13 on the shot clock. Fleming using a Gray screen. Now the Knicks double team near the timeline. Fleming speeds to his right. Clock winding down. 6 on the shot clock. Person bombs. It rolls off. Rebound to Eddie Wilkins. Now New York with its first chance in overtime. Jackson to the front court. High right side. Mark Jackson on the dribble against Fleming. Eddie Lee Wilkins posting low against Stuart Gray. Ball goes to the box. Eddie Wilkins has it. Gray on top of him. Wilkins shot. Forced it. Didn't get it. Foul inside. Loose ball. It'll go against New York. Looked like Sidney Green may have been over the back. And that'll be his 4th.
Eddie Lee Wilkins that time forced a shot over Stuart Gray, who on the last possession of the 4th quarter lost a tooth in a melee under the basket.
Well, I thought they got him in the nose. That's even worse. Into the front court is Fleming. Newman is on top of him. Both teams have had one possession in overtime. Neither team has scored. It's tied at 111. Tisdale, who has 37, takes it into the lane, hooks it over Green, doesn't get it, but again draws the foul. Once Tisdale gets into that lane, he almost always either puts it in or goes to the line.
And that's what you want from your low post player, a guy that can get to the foul line or convert field goals in the paint. And Tisdale showing us a little different wrinkle to his game with the right hand rolling hook. Didn't get it to go down, but drew the foul.
Left hand is his strength, but he is not without a right hand. Misses the free throw here.
Easy for you to say. I watched him 2 years ago. So that's a vast improvement as Tisdale uses that right hand.
And he missed them both. Rebound is going to go out of bounds to New York.
Touch that ball in the rim.
Missed both of those free throws.
Tisdale, until those two misses, had been 11 of 13 from the stripe. Now 11 of 15, 13 of 21 from the floor.
And he had made 5 straight free throws. Jackson to the front court, gives it to Green. Both teams looking for their first points of the overtime. Sidney Green on the floor, now gives it to Newman. Newman with his feet straddling the three-point arc. Lobs it back down to Green. Green back to the basket. 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the shot clock. Puts up the shot, a turnaround. It won't go. Person rebounds. Outlet pass. We have a loose ball foul behind the play, and it's going to go against Chuck Person. Check that. It's going to go against Stuart Gray. That is his second. So New York will get it back. They'll also get 24 seconds to work with. Jackson working to his right. Gray comes out to pick him up. Now Jackson feeds the ball to Gerald Wilkins. They get it down to Eddie Wilkins against Tisdale on the right box. Feeds it into the lane. Gerald Wilkins, he's hammered. And Reggie Miller picking up the foul. That's Reggie's 4th.
Reggie Miller called for the foul.
3:28 to go in overtime. Neither team has been able to score. Newman gets it into Jackson, and again it's a fresh 24. On the dribble, Jackson working to his left. Now handing it off to Newman. Newman at the top of the circle, cut off at the free throw line, gives it to Gerald Wilkins. He takes Reggie Miller into the lane, and he double dribbled. Well, maybe we'll have a scoreless overtime and play another one.
Well, there's still 3 minutes to go, but certainly the way things have gone here in the first 40 seconds of this overtime, that wouldn't surprise me.
Fleming brings it up against Newman this time. Goes to the left hand with the aid of a Gray pick. High left side, still holding his dribble. 3:07 left in overtime, tied at 111. Now Fleming picks up his dribble, feeds it into Tisdale. Tisdale against Green, turnaround, contact. Tisdale picked up his own missed shot. Ball went about 3 feet into the air. Tisdale picked it back up and shot it. They called him for traveling.
Can't catch your own shot attempt. Nobody else touched it in between it, leaving Tisdale's hand, and then ending up in his hands again. Turnover city here in the OT.
Skiles getting set to come in for Indiana. Newman high left side. We played almost half of the overtime, and neither team has scored. Newman on the drive into the lane, puts it up. It won't go. We've got basket interference somewhere. There was a player from each team up there. There was also a foul on the drive.
Boy, the Pacers get a break there as one of the Knicks touched that basketball on the rim. It looked like it was going down from here, Mark, and Newman would have had a chance for a three-point opportunity. Instead, he gets 2 free throws.
And
Pacers dodge a bullet there.
He's made all 6 of his free throws. He has 22 points. Rick Smits will come in. That's the first time we've seen him in a long time.
I've not seen him very much at all in the second half.
Free throw is good. And now Smits checks in. So New York takes the lead. Stuart Gray sits down. New York 112. Pacers 111. Newman again. And again he hits. So New York leading by 2, and they're going to pressure the inbounds. Fleming has it. Fleming will take it up one-on-one with Newman now as everybody else drops back. Vern into the front court. 2:37 to go in the overtime. Smits comes to help, takes the ball. Now gives it back to Fleming. Fleming down the right side to Skiles at the right baseline. Drives to the edge of the lane. Now kicks it back out to Fleming, who manages to save it. 5 on the shot clock. Person from 30. Got it! Oh, my.
Boy, big shot there. Shot clock winding down. Chuck buries a 32-footer.
22 for Chuck. At the other end, Newman on the drive, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. That three-point shot gave the Pacers a 114 to 113 lead. And at the other end, then picked up the foul, his 3rd. 2:10 to go in overtime. Pacers 114, Knicks 113. Newman to the line. Knicks now shooting the penalty here in the overtime. Newman made 2 free throws last possession. His first shot here is good. So he continues to shoot perfectly from the line, where he has made 9 of 9. He's got 25 points and now 26. New York recapturing the lead at 115 to 114. And again, they'll pressure the inbound. Tisdale has it against Gerald Wilkins. Feeds the ball to Person, and Chuck will bring it up. Fires into the front court to Fleming. Fleming against the right sideline with 2 minutes to go in overtime. New York by a point. Fleming on the dribble, surveying the situation as the clock gets inside 10 to Smits. Smits fakes, puts it up over Eddie Lee Wilkins. It won't go. Rebound long. Smits has it. Smits in the lane. He looked to be fouled. No call. Here come the Knicks. Gerald Wilkins to the front court, gives it to Jackson. Now Jackson feeds it high right side. Newman fakes the shot. Bounce pass to the right box. Green goes up. Contact, ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be New York.
Oh, my. I can't believe Smits wasn't fouled. Looked like somebody wrapped him over the wrist, but no call. Knicks retain possession under their own basket with a 1-point lead.
1:36 to go. Here comes the inbound. In the corner to Jackson. New York with a 1-point advantage. Jackson will toss the long jumper. It won't go. Rebound, though, is Sidney Green's. He'll put it up. It's partially blocked by Tisdale. And now as they battle for the rebound, a loose ball foul against the Knicks. Johnny Newman called for the foul.
3 fouls on New York.
And now the Pacers get it back with 1:27 to go. They're down by a point.
For Chuck, that was his 12th board. He comes in ranked 10th in the league in rebounds, averaging 11 a game.
Oakley is going to come in for New York to relieve Green. And he will pressure Tisdale's inbounds pass from the backcourt. Tisdale gets it in easily to Fleming, and Fleming will bring it up. 1:24 to go. New York leading by a point. Indiana with the ball. Fleming into the front court, high right side. Still high right side, still dribbling. 12 on the shot clock. Now his feet are straddling the three-point arc. He takes it into the lane. He's in all kinds of traffic, and he rolls it in. Fleming, with people all around him, rolled it in, and the Pacers are back up by 1. Now Jackson for New York, high right side. Looks for help to the top of the circle with Newman. Newman against Person, driving to his right, bounce pass right box. Gerald Wilkins missing the shot. Rebound tapped up and in by Eddie Lee Wilkins.
Well, he's not the guy you want to be making these kind of shots. You just can't allow a guy like him to come off the bench and hurt you with key baskets.
53 seconds left, the timeout. The score, New York 117, the Pacers 160. They'll pressure full court off the inbounds. And Tisdale will play it in. It's Tisdale, Miller, Person.
Wants to break long. Reggie Miller wants to break long. There he goes.
But the ball comes into Person. Fleming is the other man out there, and Skiles brings it into the front court. Pacers with the ball, down 1, 46 seconds to go. Fleming on the dribble. Newman picks him up. Fleming took it into the lane for 2 last time. Skiles, top of the circle, hits! Skiles came off a pick, took the ball from Fleming and banged it down from the top, and Indiana leads by 1. Here comes Jackson all the way with a scoop for 2.
Oh, but nobody watched the ball. He walked straight down the lane for an easy basket. Everybody wondering what to do. And there goes Mark Jackson in for an easy basket. That's the last thing you want after you score, to put the heat on them, to give them an easy basket where they take the lead. And now we'll have a chance, no matter what happens, to get the last shot of this ball game.
32 seconds to go. It's 119 to 118 for the Knicks. Well, after Skiles banged that one from the top, Jackson came right back and nullified it.
Boy, all the Pacers had a gear slip. They went from thinking to non-thinking.
Pacers will have it back. And the clock favors the Knicks. Not only do they have the lead, as Clark mentioned, but the Pacers will have to surrender the ball, either via a made field goal, in which case, of course, the Pacers would take the lead, but the Knicks will have the last shot, so they're clearly in the driver's seat.
I would say so, because the Pacers are under pressure now to score. They're on the bottom side of the scoreboard. They've got to convert here, and then they're going to have to play tough defense to keep the Knicks from converting. If they don't convert, they've got to foul somebody almost immediately, depending on how soon they take a shot.
Go ahead,
Then it's
Clark.
just, oh boy.
You really just don't like to see that happen after you score the basket to take the lead and allow the opposition to go all the way unmolested to the basket. Now it's just time to convert and then play deep.
Raymond Tisdale is the game's leading scorer. He has 37 points. Patrick Ewing has 27, or I should say had 27, because he fouled out with 1:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Now the Pacers with the ball, down a point.
Well, I tell you what, Scott Skiles got wide open on that jump shot he hit to give the Pacers the momentary lead. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Pacers come back and run that same play. Just a little down screen on the weak side. Well executed, good pass. Scott buried the J.
Tisdale will inbound, baseline. Oakley will pressure. Bounce pass comes into Skiles, and the Pacers bring it up. They're down a point with 29 seconds to go, and Fleming has the ball. Fleming approaching the edge of the three-point arc, still holding his dribble. Clock shows 22 seconds. There's an 8-second differential between the game and the shot clock. Into Tisdale. Turnaround jumper. No. Rebound Tisdale. Tisdale looking for the hoop. Goes up and missed, but he drew the foul. The rebound looked like it would be New York's, but it bounced off one of the Knicks inside right back to Tisdale, and he went to the basket to draw the two-shot foul with 13 seconds to go.
Boy, that's happened 3 or 4 times to the Knicks. I saw Coach Pitino admonishing one of his players earlier in a crucial situation. A rebound came right near one of his players. They didn't come up with it. That time, Tisdale missed the initial shot. Loose ball. Tisdale got it back. Drew the foul on the second shot attempt.
He missed 2 earlier in the overtime, but he makes this one. Raymond Tisdale has 38 points. And it's 119 apiece with 13 seconds to go. The Knicks have 3 timeouts left. Pacers have 1. Tisdale can give Indiana the lead. And he does. Wayman has 39. The Pacers lead 120 to 119. And now the Knicks call a timeout. 13 seconds left. 120-119 Pacers. This is the Indiana Pacer Radio Network. Pacers by 1. Here we go. Newman plays it into Jackson. Deflected into the backcourt, cross court, and out of bounds. It'll still be New York's ball. Person got a hand on it, but it chewed up 3 seconds. Now the inbound comes from backcourt, far sideline. So there's another extra second.
Another extra second, and sometimes this can work to the disadvantage of the defense because you got more room to operate now.
10 seconds left, Knicks to inbound, and here we go. They're down 1 in overtime. Ball comes in, into the front court. Gerald Wilkins is tripped. He tried to dribble between a pair of Pacer defenders, and Stuart Gray knocked him down. Stewart's third. 8 seconds to go.
Wilkins on the night only 1 of 2 from the stripe. Coming into tonight's game, he had made 15 of 16 for 94%.
Well, he can give the Knicks the lead with 8 seconds to go if he makes them both. The fans will try to help him miss, waving their hands behind the basket. The foul shot is good. 8 points for Gerald Wilkins, and New York ties it at 120. Kenny Walker comes into the game. We have not seen much of him in the second half.
Coach Pitino has gone predominantly with his starters for the most part in the second half. Patrick Ewing fouled out late in the fourth. Since then, he's had to go pretty much with a smaller lineup.
8 seconds to go. This free throw could give the Knicks the lead. Wilkins is ready. And his second foul shot is on the way, and good. So now it's New York leading. Gerald Wilkins with a pair of foul shots. 8 seconds to go. Knicks 121, Pacers 120. And now it's Indiana that will have the last shot.
Well, trying to anticipate what they'll do. Got a couple of options. Certainly Chuck Person kind of looked to on this team as the go-to guy. Last year in these situations, he had a tendency to force a little bit. So far this year, he's really played under control with some poise. He's certainly an option. Reggie Miller is an option. I think you've got to put it in Vern Fleming's hands. Let him penetrate, try to score, or dish it off. Vern on the night, 19 points, 7 of 17, 5 of 6 from the stripe. He also has 7 boards, 6 assists, but he can create, and he's got the kind of game that if he gets inside, he can get some kind of shot off and up towards the basket.
But you've also got to consider maybe getting it down to Tisdale for the hoop or the foul.
That's certainly a possibility. 8 seconds on the clock, you get it in. you've got to make something happen fairly quick because you want to make sure you give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound. So you want to get that shot up, I'd say, with 4 seconds left. So 8 seconds remaining. Within 4 seconds, you want something going up towards the basket and then send everybody to the boards crashing hard. Hopefully you won't need a second shot, but you have to allow for that.
Pacers are out of timeouts. They will have 8 seconds to get the shot they want. They trail 121 to 120.
Let's not overlook the obvious. The Pacers have had trouble all night long getting the basketball in play from out of bounds. And at this point in the game, using just half of the basketball court now, that certainly becomes a factor if, in fact, the Pacers elect to take the ball at half court.
And in the last 2 game situations, one in Cincinnati during a preseason game, the other against Cleveland last Saturday night, Chuck Person's bounce pass was intercepted and taken the other way.
You talk about execution, rebounding defense all night long, and here your game is right now in these last 8 seconds.
And now New York takes a timeout. After the Pacers came out, they were going to take it at the front court on the near sideline. And after Rick Pitino looked it over, he decided that he best take a timeout to decide how to defend what he anticipated the Pacers would do.
Just wanted to check the Pacers alignment. Little cat and mouse game here. The Pacers, no more timeouts. The Knicks have 1 remaining.
Well, after 3 straight losses, all of which started poorly, worked their way into favorable positions, and then found the Pacers unable to get over the top. A loss like this in overtime prior to a 5-game road trip would be a real crusher.
Really could be a demoralizing loss if, in fact, they can't come up with the basket to win it here in these last 8 seconds. But you have to draw the positives out of a game like this, and certainly there are many. Wayman Tisdale's performance, the fact that a 16-point lead in the 3rd quarter becomes no lead as regulation time expires, and right now you're in a position to win. The one thing you don't like to see is the 26 turnovers that have led to 33 New York points, but the Knicks have only shot, I'd venture to guess the Knicks have shot less than 40% here in the second half, and it's not all because they've missed shots. There's been some defense played by the Pacers that's affected that.
This timeout is New York's, and when play resumes, the Pacers will have 8 seconds to get up a shot. They trail 121 to 120. We are in overtime. There's the horn, and the Pacers come out with Tisdale, Person. Miller will be on the floor, so will Skiles and Fleming. The Knicks defensively countering with Jackson, Oakley, Gerald Wilkins, Trent Tucker, and Kenny Walker, who will force the inbound. Person will play it inbound, front court near side. 8 seconds to go. Pacers down a point. Chuck has it, and his inbound pass is going to go nowhere. Pacers call a 20-second timeout. They did have their 20-second timeout left. They used one in the first half, but did not use their second half 20-second timeout.
Well, again, we mentioned it during the break. You can talk about all the play execution you want to, but first and foremost, you must get the basketball in bounds. And the Pacers have struggled in that particular area all night long.
They've only got 20 seconds to map out strategy.
I'll tell you what, if you don't have it mapped out now isn't the time to be rehearsing this. It should have been rehearsed, and these guys should be ready to execute and get the ball in bounds so they get a shot at winning this thing.
Person will trigger it in. 8 seconds to go, and here we go. Ball comes into Tisdale, left sideline. Wayman on the floor, moving to his right. He's in the lane. He lays it up and off. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the game is over.